is wrong with you guys? When is this gonna end?
I won, Mom! Wish I could help my Billy do better in school.
You can. Make sure he gets a good breakfast.
That can help?
A university study found a good breakfast gives children a better attitude toward schoolwork.
Makes sense.
And in our house, good breakfasts start with Tang. Tang has a full day supply of vitamin C in every glass and a bright, fresh orange taste we all love. Tang instant breakfast drink is a great start towards a good breakfast. And a good breakfast gives them a better chance.
My name's Buddy.
I hope you boys fueled up. We got 3-man weave going on. We need all the Tang and all the Florence Henderson motivational speeches that we can get.
I'd like to make a confession.
Chris, I'm gonna make you big. Yeah, please confess.
It's time I come clean on this. It seems that young man won a science fair award.
I believe so.
I'd like to just come clean. In 6th grade, my best friend and I plagiarized our science fair project and won first place.
What?
And then we were elected to go to the county or the state fair, and we politely declined out of fear. But I just want to go on record saying like I cheated in 6th grade. That's all.
It would have been better if you were meeting Stephen Hawkins and then you were like, you turned him down. You were like, we're afraid of him. Like, what?
I mean, you could have been meeting like Colonel Sanders. Like that's the story I'm waiting on. Has anyone met Colonel Sanders? Like we're old enough to where like we just caught the tail end of him being on the celestial plane, and then he went to go make a fryer in the sky.
I've never told you that story, right? I was dating a girl, and her grandfather used to work under Colonel Sanders.
Oh,
what?
And so him and his friend, they hated working under the colonel, right? Because he was a slave master,
driver.
Driver, right? Sorry, slave driver. Oh, jeez.
Don't get us canceled, please.
Right.
Only three of us.
And then his friend said, "You know what? Like, why don't you and I start a burger place?"
Oh, is it Dave Thomas?
And it was Dave Thomas, and he told Dave Thomas, like, what are you talking about? Like, there's already McDonald's will never be successful. So Dave Thomas left working at KFC to form Wendy's.
And that was like one of those top guys. It was one of those top lieutenants. And
wow.
They don't cut corners.
The square burger.
That's right.
Square burger.
Yeah. Dave Thomas is one of the good guys. Unlike Ray Kroc, who like stole everything from the McDonald's brothers.
So Chance,
Dave Thomas was a good guy.
When you talk about like, I'm not talking about like not to say tier 2 quality, but tier 2 in popularity. When you talk about the big fast food chains, is Wendy's the best burger?
Ooh, this is good. Listen, we're running out of topics. Tom, hiring a district, call us out correctly. We're running out, so that maybe we can just spam this in. But yes, I think Wendy's is definitely quality wise, even after Dave left us. He guys survived a heart attack. All these guys have heart attacks because look at their diets, right? But
I mean, come on.
He survived it. I mean, so it must have been something good in the beef. But yes, I think the quality right up there. I mean, Chick-fil-A, I think, is probably good quality. I would say, but they don't have burgers. So if we're only doing burgers. Yeah, just burgers. Gosh, In-N-Out's got to be high quality. Everything's fresh.
Yeah.
Right.
Five Guys,
but Five Guys, man, that's expensive. That is just.
I know, but it's
to take out a loan to go there. Sometimes it's tough.
Like I went to the original.
The original Five Guys.
No, I went to the original Wendy's, which was in downtown Columbus. Ohio.
Yeah.
Which was like
corporate is still in Columbus, isn't it?
I just didn't understand the history when I was there. Like I was sitting there and I was like, wait a minute. Like,
come on. Even listen, when I was driving in Columbus not long years ago, I saw that corporate. I'm like, oh, and it was like I was born with the knowledge. I'm like, yes, this is the home of Wendy's. The problem is the original Wendy's got torn down.
Yes.
Now they've put like a redo, like they have like a museum in this one near the site, but they don't have the original, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, obviously the original McDonald's and what Bakersfield is gone now too. I mean, all those places gone. But anyway, hey, this is why people did not come for Burger Talk, but maybe we'll see what happens.
Right.
That's the other show. That's the other channel is Burger Talk.
My bad.
No, all good. Listen, you're talking right in my wheelhouse. Remember, I'm Concert Blob, so I can talk, records sometimes, all the time.
God damn. Come on now.
Shout out to he knows who. Let's see who's here joining us, boys. We've got Dawson in the house. Good, Dawson. Good to see you. I know you're doing well. I see you pop up on the live stream with James Bono, Ono, Sinatra, Cougar Mellencamp, and that crew. So good to see. And you do the Four Horsemen thing, I think, Dawson. So I'm glad to see you found your tribe, sir. Dagon is here. Good evening, John. How are you? Shout out to Mr. A. Moses. I don't know if I can give you the real name. I don't want to dox you, but this guy hooked it up with that Buster Williams record for me. He sent me a note afterwards, and so I got it. I got it yesterday. I opened it today, played the A side. It's an interesting listen. But anyway, he hooked it up, and you know what he did, Chris? He gave me some BCLT, and I took it on a run with me because I'm like, I'm going to clean it and play it later. Took it on a run with me. It's what I needed today. It's this heavy. I wouldn't call it scream. Is this heavy? It's like heavy. I wouldn't say like hate breed heavy, but it was what I needed. So, Mr. Moses, thank you for hooking up. And he hooked it up with a really nice deal on the Buster. So I see what you did there, and I will get you back one of these days. Thank you, sir. Alan always is here. Good evening, Alan. How's Alabama? Tell me in the comments below. Kevin, me, myself, and my vinyl is here. Chuck T. Let's get this party started right. Let's get this party started quickly. Right? Oh, man. Play that beat, bang. I think is the next line. There he is. Speaking of Mr. Morton's himself, not everything on headphones over a hoodie sounds good. Well, listen, that's the avatar. Tom, I don't know if you picked up on this. It is the official avatar of Surface Noise. In fact, I've named him Cliff. I'm trying to work out a relationship with my AI bot, and I say, please pull up Cliff and put him in this week's thumbnail. And you know what they do? They put Cliff Burton in every time. And I said, don't you remember? I said, assign this avatar as Cliff. Oh, yes, Cliff is a dark hoodie, headphones on top. No, Cliff Burton. I mean, it's like, come on. So the computers have not taken over just yet. It's close, but stay tuned. Yes, Florence Anderson, quite a fox. If you want to go down the Google machine, Floho got around and was not afraid to get down, if you know what I mean. Quite the minx. Floho. And don't let her appearance on Kids Incorporated fool you. 1988. She was down. Like, they call that the swinging 60s. Floho was about that life. Google it. Just being honest.
You know who's in the chat right now? Do you see that? Stunty's in the chat.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Mr. Nipple, Mr. Nipples himself. Wow, this is delightful. Mark is here. Hello. Yuck. Tang tastes like shit. Well, it does, but Floho. I mean, come on. We got Floho is here. Brian from Fort Worth is here. Good evening, sir. Kendall, the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem. Can you hang with Tang? Yes, every day. Henry is here. Astronauts get all the Tang they want, but do they? I was gonna say, do they get all the poontang? But hey, listen, the kids are still awake. Maybe they don't know what that means. Wu-Tang, that's a good call. Wu-Tang. Florence Johnson has made an appearance. Florence Johnston. Oh, I'm sorry, Florence Johnston. I'm sorry. Floho has got to be on my top tier of Florences. Florence Nightingale. I don't know. Vinyl Kicks is here. Ola, Surface Noise. Since there's only three of us, I'm just gonna. I don't like that view. What do you guys? Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Oak is here. Good evening. Let's see. The Vinyl Keeper, 33 RPM, who I met in Chicago. Good evening, sir. Sean, the Vinyl Dreamscape is here. There is no cheating in 2026 America. All is legal, apparently. Oh no, Sean, I know you're passionate. I appreciate it. I read your posts. Keep up the good fight. Keep up the good fight. Patrick Lear is here. Good evening. Tang was good enough for astronauts. That's right. I was going to go conspiracy theory. Why did we quit going to the moon for so long? But everyone knows, right? Because they told us not to come down. It's all coming out now. The aliens told us to leave the moon alone. Anyway. Yeah, so let's see. We're stunned. Oh, hang on. I do have breaking news. I don't know. Dave, hopefully this is not this is okay if I reveal this. This is a Surface Noise exclusive. Wyoming Dave is going to be moving soon, and he's no longer going to be Wyoming Dave. I know that's going to break the hearts of all 7 people in Wyoming, but you're losing.
Wow.
You're losing Wyoming Dave, guys. Sorry.
Who's going to run for mayor when he's gone?
Wyoming Dave. I thought he was the. I thought he's not only a customer, or not, he's not only a client. He's the president. I thought that was the whole.
Wow.
But I will say, I don't know if we can call him Wisconsin Dave just yet. I think the paperwork has to go through, but I think we may have a channel rebrand coming up. We'll see how it goes.
Wow.
We'll see how it goes. Oh, and here's the burger talk. There's some. Oh no, Wendy's is trash. Yeah, Chris from Record Talk knows. He's in Middle America where beef is like hanging from trees, so he knows like the real deal on beef. So I got to listen to Chris when it comes to that. Culver's makes an appearance. Culver's. That's actually a good call. Culver's is good value and good quality. Yeah, straight out of Wisconsin. I like it. Where is there now the group? Oh, that's you, Chris. A&W.
Well, Henry mentioned A&W, upstate New York, killer.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, sometimes paired with Long John Silver's. Don't recommend Long John Silver's.
Oh no! I hate it's like the combination Burger King and Pizza Hut. Remember that song by that rap group Das Racist? Combination. Yes. Oh no, it's combination Taco Bell and Pizza Hut. That was the song, and it's true. It's
rough. Yum Brands.
Yeah, Yum Brands for the L. That hang a big L on that one. I mean, it was kind of a cool concept. I could get a burrito supreme and a personal pan pizza, but you know, when it's like the Chinese buffet. You know, you used to have those buffets. You could all you could eat Chinese food, but once they start importing a salad bar and the Bisquick pizza, you know, the quality is just trash city. It's just
not good.
And it's Shake Shack, good vote spins. I think Shake Shack, Danny Meyer, St. Louis's own Danny Meyer, he done good. Local boy done good there. So yeah, we've got Burger Buddy rebrand coming at you, Henry. We come back from the hiatus. Burger Time is the new channel. Lavella's here. This is all making me hungry. Well, I wish we had a sponsor. If one of those burger places wants to sponsor us and throw us some meal deals. Send us maybe some aprons. Like, I ain't too proud to beg. What's that song? I ain't too proud to beg. Eat it in the morning or the middle of the night. I ain't too proud to beg that drive-through. Let's go. Anyway, Grasshopper is here. Good to see you. Here we go. There's the man of the hour. Looking forward to being surprised with this topic. Well, listen, we can't have too much salt on the program. So we already got Tom, and now we've got Stunty. This is kind of polar. It's kind of like in the Never-Ending Story. Remember, they had to go through the Towers of Truth, and if you didn't have a heart of purity, the Towers of Truth would blast you and kill you. You guys remember Never-Ending Story? Atreyu, Swamp of Sadness, Falkor.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Jason, all I'm going to say is, if you can find a nice VHS copy, do yourself a solid. The Swamp of Sadness. Some call that the vinyl community, the Swamp of Sadness.
Oh, jeez. And
if you can't lead your horse a tray through the Swamp of Sadness, you're just going to get sucked in, and then you're buying like $150 reissues. But what do I know? Fluffy, good to see you. Louis, which Louis is going to rank foods? I don't know about that. You're talking to Hungry Hippo over here. This is what we're talking about. Chasing Records is here. He says you're not going to need a sponsor after you sell all this vinyl and start buying superior sounding CDs. Great.
Wow.
Call out. Listen, Chase gets it, because this is what we're about. Like the little teas, the tea leaves, kind of picking up what we're putting down. I like what you did there. Tim, are you back? University of Vinyl, the professor. Are you back from your travels? I think you were over at the good continent. I think you're over in Europe, weren't you? Oh, BK, do I remember Noggles? Holy smokes! Now you're really speaking to my my fragility. Noggles was like a burger / Mexican place. Like they had tacos and burgers, and they had the saltiest French fries in recorded history. So if you had low sodium and you needed to spike your sodium, just get an order of Noggles fries. If it didn't kill you, it would ruin your bloodstream for about a week. It's unbelievable. Tim. So Tim was in France and Switzerland. Awesome. Love to hear all about it. I'm sure you're going to put something on your channel about that.
We got to get a Rev's comment up too.
The Rev, are you jumping in on the food train? Let's see here. Where is? Oh my gosh, Rev, where are you? I wish you could just sort. I could just put Rev in, and it would come out. And it doesn't. There's this. The Rev, where are you? Rev, this is what we call. What a monologue, Rob. Listen, we're gonna rank.
Gosh.
Listen, stick around. We're gonna
Look.
rank fish and chips. Fish and chips coming at you. Your favorite fish and chips. I watched.
Rev's comment is before Stunties.
Oh,
Like,
well, Stunty, hang on. So Stunty, hang on. Oh, look at this. Stunty, love how you've managed to kill 15 minutes before even starting the topic this session. Well played. Listen, all filler, no killer, Stunty. All filler, no killer. I'm not seeing the Rev's comment. This is unbelievable.
He said Dave was the tone bro at Wyoming sector leader. He did not let HQ know. Controversial.
Oh,
Under review.
Maybe that's why I can't see it. I don't know. Anyway, well, this is surface noise. We've literally stalled for 15 minutes. Stunty is right. Hold us accountable. Appreciate it. As you can see, lean and mean, 3-man vinyl record talk machine. Concert buddy here, you there. If you are listening to the podcast, I feel sorry for you, only in the sense that we just spent 15 minutes talking food, Dave Thomas, and anything but records. So this is why you should watch both the live, the YouTube maybe recording afterwards, or listen to the podcast, because there's a little bit of something on both programs that is exclusive to both programs. So anyway, the good news is, for many, and for the haters, we're going to go on a break after this. Couple weeks, recharge our batteries, couple burger eating contests, couple of things down the pipe. We'll see how it goes. But this is the last show for May, so we'll be back. Well,
we can do like a live in Austin if you want. Like if you
possibly
want.
Listen, we'll see. I think we're going to try to burn the whole thing down with this show and see if maybe we don't need to come back. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Well, anyway, let's do some introductions. We'll do current events. If you've been here before, welcome back. You know how we do this thing. And if you don't, you're in for a treat. And if you like hamburgers, about 9 minutes, 37 seconds worth of hamburger talk. Burger Buddy. Just hit rewind. Burger Buddy. Anyway, joining me in the pit, in the salad bar pit of the local Wendy's, is from the Empire State. He's missing his tag team partner tonight. He's actually at a concert, which is a good use of time. Is the Groove Seeker Chris, our resident tone broet. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Chance, Jason. Hello, everybody.
And then we call him Mr. BBQ. Mr. BBQ. It is the one and only, deep in the heart of Texas, Jason Rojas. Good evening, Jason.
Thanks for having me back on, Concert Buddy.
Count on it. Listen, when we can talk hamburgers, we can talk food. I mean, Concert Blob, all about that life. Can't get enough. All right, well, let's get into current events. There are things going on besides feeding my face, believe it or not, but we'll see how that goes.
I've got news for you.
Wouldn't you believe we've got news for you? And we've got a couple things. Should we start with the memoriam? Because we're good about reporting on the dead people. Should we start low and go high? Do you think that's a good way to and then we're crescendoing into our topic tonight? Great, let's do that. So I know this is going to come as a shock to all, but I pulled this great tool. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Wikipedia because it's easier to read than some of the other websites. But famed record producer Jack Douglas passed away. And you're saying, oh, of course, Jack Douglas. Well, I'm not going to read all the Wikipedia like some channels do. But I am going to tell you that he's a hallowed producer. He produced a lot of the Aerosmith early stuff, and I'm talking about the good stuff when they were ready to own the world. Early 70s, produced Cheap Trick's first album, a lot of John Lennon and Yoko Ono stuff from the 70s. When you heard the news, Jason, that Jack Douglas had died, did you pour one out, or did you just keep eating a beef rib down there at one of those barbecues?
Well, I just kept on thinking that he produced the reunion album with John and Yoko, right? Double Fantasy. And he was supposedly lined up to do the follow-up, Milk and Honey, but Yoko hated him. That's all I could think of was oh, man.
So do you think Yoko was dancing, tap dancing somewhere when the news broke?
No,
She's not vindictive. Okay.
No, I hope not. Yikes.
I mean, that'd be unfortunate. Yeah. Chris, what do you think? Jack Douglas left us. Will music production be the same without Jack Douglas on this earth?
Anybody who can survive 4 albums of cocaine with Aerosmith is an American hero. Let's just, I mean, to come out alive
and thriving, and the fact that he didn't get like a Stevie Nicks like hole in the nose from so much cocaine.
But I mean, clearly from the Bronx, New York, so he's tough.
Yeah, that usually hardens up those extremities. So, Jack Douglas, thank you for your contributions. The show of record, talking records, surface noise, did have to mention you because this is what we do. So we started low. Let's keep building. The next piece. I mean, there's only one way to go, right? So we started low. Rest in peace or rest in power, Jack Douglas. But let's just keep climbing. Let's climb in terms of price. How about price climbing? I think not necessarily new news, but it's news we should report nonetheless. The Pet Sounds, the Pet Sounds extravaganza coming at you.
How many people got 0000?
Well, that's what we're wondering. Yeah, we need to do a straw poll. How many seed copies are out there in the wild? Because the videos are already popping up. We're just reporting the news. That's just all we do, guys. We don't really editorialize. We share the information with the masses. But it's already begun. This is the best all time. If you go to Tracking Angle, I saw 11 out of 10. So that means it's good. I don't know if you knew that. 11 out of 10 is good. I'm already seeing some rumblings that they're close to selling out, air quotes. So I will say the adventurer that I am, I did purchase one, but we'll see. I did. It's been a while since they got me. It's been a while since they got me on the hook with this stuff, but I'll try this. So am I the only one on the dais who is getting the
No, you're not.
Downstairs? Okay, so you're taking a bite of the Pet Sounds hamburger, Jason?
Well, I felt like this is like one of the records I've heard for so long. Yeah.
Stunty's right. Pet Sounds Audiophile Edition. Really? Have we sunk that low? Stunty, the answer is yes. Yes, and we jumped that shark a long time ago. We were Fonzie in the leather jacket on the skis so long ago.
We're not gonna. I don't want to name names for like some of the people who made the videos. Like there was one guy, I think Arnaldo brought it up in the group chat where he didn't talk about any of the sound on this one step, whatever. He just blabbed on about the historical significance of Pet Sounds, and it went nowhere. The video went nowhere. It was like, okay.
I can't believe that you're shit talking Rick Beato after he triumphantly prevailed against those New York Times fools. I mean, listen, cult hero Rick Beato. I can't stand for that slander. I'm sorry, Jason. I got to call you out.
And then there was another reviewer who, like, halfway through, he admitted he had no mono cartridge or mono switch. It was no.
Rev, we're currently in a ceasefire with Captain Lasagna, and he did give it an 11. And 11, if you remember Spinal Tap, 11 was a joke. So somehow we went from it being a joke to actually being serious ratings material. I don't know what happened, guys, but yeah.
Rev, should I tell them what you told me? Can you show Rev's comment, mono e mono?
Oh, hang on a second. Not the one I just showed? Hang on.
No, the newest one.
Oh, the newest one. My stuff ain't coming in, guys. There it is. Here it is. Mono e mono. Mono e mono. So, Jason, spill the tea, please.
Rev suggested that I get Michael Fremer on my channel. We do a video listening, comparing Pet Sounds with Pet Sounds.
Oof.
And
Pet
see
Sound.
if he could hear the difference. Right.
So you would show Pet Sounds.
We would play it. We would
You would
stream
play
it.
I'm sorry. You would play.
We would
yes.
compare it and see if he could hear the difference.
Okay. I see what you're doing there. Do you think he would take you up on that offer? How would you even communicate that offer? Would you need
I don't think he would.
Would you need a consigliere? Like we need probably somebody who can break bread with the lasagna king. It's possible, but
I mean, it'd be possible if we delivered a gizzard lasagna to his home, right? And then
grease the wheels. I like the way you're thinking, Jason. That's a great idea.
Talk about a 6-hour stream. 5 hours and 10 minutes on
what's
your
the
gear.
limit? What's the limit? I know Borden did 24 hours and then they took it down. Is it 10 hours? Like not we. This is a Jason Rojas production. I mean, I would try to get 9 hours and 59 minutes and 59 seconds because that would be chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. There's so much you could talk about.
I would buy this if they renamed it Brian Wilson and the Wrecking Crew. I'm just not going to support it when it's Pet Sounds Beach Boys. It's not going to happen.
Oh man!
But Chris, they're feeding goats on the cover. They're feeding goats. Does that not warm your audiophile heart? Your audiophilia fibers don't get enriched.
It's like, I mean, it's an important record, and it's just all these reissues just killed my taste for it. I'm good with what I have.
Well, all I can say is I'm supporting a small business, Capitol Records. Here, the buy local, support the small guy if you can. So, Chris, you're going to say?
No, I'm good.
Can you show the Wolfman's comment? This is great. His
the Wolfman
comment
has arrived. Wolfman says would rather have $100 voucher at Putt Sounds Mini Golf. Putt Sounds Mini Golf. Nate, that may be comment of the night. I like what you did there. We're going to star that one. We're probably going to rank comments of the evening. Early lead. I like what you did there. Jason, Alan always recommends if you do get Fremer on the program, switch the inputs on the mixer. He won't know. Fremer won't know.
Well, he would leave once we start with the hearing test, right? We would do the hearing test, and he would bounce. The
internet would drop. Kevin wants to know how much is the Pet Sounds. 100 smackaroos, Kevin. $100. Don't worry, your boy tried finding coupon codes, but they weren't out there, so I'm not as nuanced as I would hope. But
can you show?
Hang on. Cesar does this. He says, "Read my other comment," and he is the executive producer, so it is important that I go back and read his other comment. We have so many comments here. So Cesar says, "Wait, you get boring Pet Sounds, but you didn't get the REM or Blink 182." Burr. Fair, tough but fair. Tough like a $2 steak, Cesar. I considered the Blink 182 and the REM. Like,
is that a joke?
I don't know. Listen, Cesar, he is Mr. 90s. He is
true.
He's the only one I would say could probably give me a run on 90s vinyl in the collection. But tough but fair. See, Melinda Murphy's already calling on. Look at this. Hi, Wisconsin Dave. It's already happening. Melinda, thank you. Listen, this is how it works. So, Dave, just go ahead and change forget Wyoming Dave. It's over. You can still be in Wyoming. It's like the sunset of Wyoming Dave and the new horizon of Wisconsin Dave. Congratulations. This is what we do.
So bad jokes aside, I will be doing a comparison video to knock off these promo, whatever people, overhyping this. Let's do it right.
That's my favorite rap group, the promo people. They are intense.
Well, let's do it right. We'll listen to it. If this is similar, from the tapes of the 1972 album Carl and the Passions, well, let's go there. I have a white label promo.
Oh, you knew he was going to Rojas us, didn't you, Dave?
I love it. Yeah.
We're going to go there.
So is the news that this is out now, or the reviews? What's the?
I think it's a combination of both. We did talk about this when it was announced, but now they're shipping. I believe they're shipping, and again, if the reviews are coming out. And then I believe, again, air quotes, they're close to selling out, as these things are saying. So I'm simply sharing the information because that one got me. It got me like a hook. They're making 6,000, but they're close to selling out. So you would hate to be left out in the cold because where else are you going to find an audiophile version of Pet Sounds? Just saying.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. The hype is too strong here, it's just.
And the channel that gave the history.
Sorry, Chris.
No, the channel that gave the history, Jason, was it a former radio DJ who talks about turntables a lot?
Yes.
I know exactly. I could already tell you who it is. Okay. Fair enough.
If we had more people on the dais, we'd name names, but we're trying to keep it a gentleman's program because we don't need to be canceled, right? We're trying to, officially release this tomorrow. Patrick Lear is right. So yes, I did see in the venerable Hoffman forums, pre-ship notifications are going out. So then it's legit. Once you get my favorite part of buying records and pre-orders is when they send you the tracking and then it doesn't move for like a week. The label's been printed and it just sits in a box or sits in a warehouse. So la ti da. All right.
Let me
Will
show
you
something.
compare the Pet Sound CD box set? That's what I want to know.
Good
Yeah,
call.
I'm gonna get it. It's right over here.
Oh, see, Jason's prepared. He is ready. Hang on. It's bad when University of Vinyl Tim is trash, and you said that dude is Tool.
I know.
And
So
Tim's one of our brightest.
against all seasoned audiophiles, like this thing, okay?
So
When this
is
came
the
out,
box, this is the CD box set. This was like what, 2006, or is it before that?
No, earlier, way earlier, like late 90s, maybe 2000.
96.
96. Okay, I was close. All right, close enough.
Smells like 96. Okay.
Oh,
But this thing, like, I haven't had this in like, I don't know, like decades, So to actually get it for cheap, and this is like before Brian Wilson died, like rest in peace. Like this thing started going up, like
Death tax, baby. Yep.
But I think, in my opinion, this actually has the best stereo version of Pet Sounds.
And it's from those same recordings. The Cliff, I forget what he said. The ones where they own the recordings and they took them in the first reissue, right? The 72s.
Yes.
Is it the same tape? Same tape. Okay.
And then that's where like this first version, and then I believe no matter what Chad or whatever he says, like he used that digital source for his 2 LP45, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm remember. Like the stereo was like stitched together, So it's like it's not a remaster, it's a remix.
Mm-hmm. Well, the good news is it's shipping tomorrow. So if you've pre-ordered, you might get it before the end of the month. Now, we're ascending. We started with a passing of a music dignitary. Now we're climbing the Pet Sounds reissue train, and we're coming in choo-choo. We're coming into the station we've got one more piece of news, and it's probably the biggest piece of news we got, guys. And it was teased almost a year ago. You remember we were all in New York together. We met the venerable Chad Kassam himself. The news came out about the Vinyl Summit was coming October of 2026. And finally, it is here. The official news, the official way to get tickets, etc., etc., etc. It only took 9 months to get the assets and the website and all that kind of stuff going. But regardless, October 15th through 18th, buy your tickets now, but bring your wallet because there's some interesting pricing structure. This is what we want to talk about. And also, I want to set the table. This isn't being negative. This is just reporting the news. So we want people to be informed because, again, this show, we do 3 things. We inform, we entertain, and we complain. So we're going to focus on the first 2 pieces. We're going to inform, maybe complain a little bit, maybe entertain a little bit. So I always want to show this because when I looked at the website, look at this. Look at this guy, Chad Kassam. This is almost like this is Vinyl Scarface because he's taking a phone call here in the picture. Actually, back there, you see those? Those are bath towels. That's where they did the chainsaw, like in Scarface. Remember, they took a chainsaw to the guy in the bathtub? Same thing. He's from Louisiana. So this is Vinyl Scarface. He's doing it. Tony Montana doing it. And then you can actually meet, was it Matt Lutherans? You can meet him. I mean, it's the bells and whistles.
Can you go back to that picture of him on the phone?
He's smiling. I've never seen this guy smile like that.
You know what he was doing, right? Like he was taking your credit card number, putting it in a raffle, and then some prince from, Saudi Arabia had scammed you, or Nigeria, Ugh.
Well, Jason, I got an email today from a long-lost relative in the Sudan region. And if I only send a cashier's check for $10,000, I can get $1.2 million back. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think that's legit? Could be.
Only if he gives you AUHQRs as a trade.
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope. That was the proof of life, was the ZZ Top UHQR. And I was like, oh, I knew this was legit. It was so legit. Yes, this looks like a sadder version of Comic-Con. Oh, no.
Jeez.
Mr. Moses. That's we can't help what's said. We share what the people say here. Oh, yes. And Cesar is right. You can meet Chad for the small fee of $3,000. True story. So, yeah, there's tickets to the event. There's night one if you want to listen to jazz. So this is like the performance piece. This is still a little confusing, and maybe you guys can help me understand what this all entails. But night one there's jazz in the Blue Heaven Studios. Tickets starting at a C note, $100. Night two, blues, also in the Blue Heaven Studios. Tickets also starting at $100. And then Saturday is more blues. Night three is blues. Tickets starting at $88. That's kind of backwards, right? Usually Saturday is the weekend and you charge more, right? Like, what am I missing? The tickets are actually going down in price. What's happening?
Yes, I don't know.
Is it maybe who's available? Now, here's the fun. You guys ready? You guys put on the brown pants, because this is where it gets real interesting. VIP packages. I mean, again, we're reading the news. Okay, we're reading the news. VIP packages for VIP Select, an amenity. These are amenities for one person. $1,695. This is like what I do in the eBay videos. I just read the prices. $1,695. Here's what you get. You get food vouchers, and good news, Friday is Cajun night, and Saturday is barbecue night. So write that down. Direct to disc sessions, tour of the facility, but parentheses, no Chad. So, Chris, I'm sorry to disappoint. The lowest ticket is not including a Chad Kasem fist bump. You get preferred seating for those concerts we just talked about, Friday, Thursday, and Saturday. You get early access to the record fair. The record fair is free to attend. I did see that. That is a free attending situation. I believe it's Sunday. A signed concert poster, a merch item, but it says in parentheses T-shirt. So they should have just said T-shirt. Like, don't even, I thought maybe we'd get a button, or maybe you'd get like an apron that said I cook crawfish with Chad, but you get a test pressing, and Rojas, get out your wallet. Coasters. We've got some coasters.
Final Summit 2026. Ooh.
The Rev is right. This is a Chatty Cake slander-free zone. Exactly. Rev. You know us. You know me. You know my heart. I appreciate what Chad's done for this hobby, because Salina is the center of the vinyl universe. It's on the website. It has to be true. Now that's just entry level. For big pockets like Arnaldo, we want to go with the VIP package, next level, $3,695. This is the VIP package, offers top accommodations for one attendee, one index finger, one. They throw in a hotel stay. You get 3 nights and one king bed. So do with that what you want. Food vouchers, again, Friday, in case you didn't catch it before, Friday, food vouchers for Cajun and Saturday's barbecue. Now you get a private mastering session with Matthew Luthans. Okay. Direct to disc sessions. And here's the kicker. This is why this is so valuable. Chris, credit card in hand, tour of the facilities with Chad Kasem. Tour of the facilities with the man. The man, the myth, the legend. You get premium seating. I mean, it's all the same things.
You get a lacquer.
You get a
concierge service.
Ooh, concierge service. You get an artist meet and greet, so you can meet George Freeman. It's Chico Freeman, I think, is there on Friday. And of course, you get some more coasters. So that's good.
Okay.
Pretty good value. But wait, there's more. What if I said you've got a little, it's been a good year. The stock market's up. Don't listen to the fake news, the Strait of Hormuz. That's fake news stuff. It's been a good year as a seasoned audiophile. If you've got $4,615, you get all that stuff, and I don't really see the difference.
Scroll up.
You get a +1. This is so you get a +1, so you can bring somebody with you. Basically, the middle package for $3,695. But for another, I'm bad at math, another $1,000, let's call it, you can bring somebody with you. So if you have a friend, if you're a seasoned audiophile, probably don't. But if you have a friend, for almost $5,000, you can take them out for a night on the town. So
you know what's missing in this whole list?
Tell me.
Free UHQR. signed by Chad Casey.
Oh my God! Please.
Free.
Nobody consulted us. We should have told him this at WFMU. Like, we should have looked at the menu, because I'm sure in his back pocket he truly knew what was going to be on the menu proper. But an autograph. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. There's one more. I apologize. There's just. Well, wait. There's more. There's one more, Chris. Hold on. Keep the wallet in your hand. Keep the credit card ready. Operator is standing by. Deluxe package, $6,290 USD. Top accommodations for two, not just one, two attendees. Yeah, you get all the same stuff. And it says admission to all three concerts plus, capital letters, plus access to exclusive private events for two. So this is where the orgies come in. This is where they bring out the hookers. Kidding. So anyway, we do all this in a joking way because we are super excited. Guys, who's going? I know it's just three of us tonight. Who is going?
Wait.
So I can't get in the door for less than $1,600.
Evident. Well, those are VIP packages.
So is there just like Chris, so the record fare is just free?
You can go to the record fair for free if you want to pay the wonderful again, I don't know if you knew the Spirit Airlines is no longer with us, so if you want to do Frontier or maybe like Delta or something, I don't know what'll fly into Salina proper, but the record fair is free admission, which, hey, I dig it. I'm all about that.
All right, so first off, I think prices are so high to probably comp all the people that are going for free. That's one theory.
Oh, that's a good theory. I see what you did there. That's a tasty nugget. That could be. It's to offset the talking heads. Okay, got it.
Look, good for Chad if he sells this thing out. That's remarkable.
Absolutely. Free market. Here's what it tells me. It tells me that this is for a particular clientele, because when it was shared with us at WFMU, it felt like anybody could come. Remember, Chad said that they'd let YouTubers come and set up. Remember all that? Like, I was like, this is it. This is what's going to bring the vinyl community together. Forget the vision. Forget, it was even before Jason's Peace Summit. This was going to bring us together. Hands of Atlas. And then here's the prices, guys. That's
crazy. But I'm sorry to keep on hashing this out, but does the first package include room and board or no?
No. So you're on the hook for $1,695 plus another. Let's call it $295 for the Holiday Inn on 35. So
you know how many steak dinners that is at WFMU? Come on, man.
Okay,
money left over.
Peter Luger's. Can you get some Peter Luger's for that money? I don't know.
You can still buy a near mint Vashti and walk out of the show. Come on.
Let's do the math. $1,625, and how much 95. Is a UHQR? What?
$1,695. Don't forget $70. $1,695. Okay. A UHQR. Let's call it on the Let's do on the low side because it's 125, right?
Let's do 125.
All right. So how many UHQRs could you get for the price of
150?
You would need to sell 14 UHQRs.
Okay.
Except most of them are below market value, retail value now.
No way. They're sealed. Never played, right?
Alex is right. Out here in vinyl, Burn the Rich has never been more salient. Damn it, buddy. I should have joined. I'd be having a time. Alex, the water was warm. I said, listen, man, we need you. We need you. 3-man weave. And
I've been saying that this hobby is becoming kind of like a luxury item, and I'm not proud of that. And this is just for a specific clientele, and I'm a supporter of his label because out of the group, I probably buy the most.
Absolutely.
Listen, like, no slander here. Like, when Chad spoke to us, and I'm sure he spoke to a lot of people when we talked to him in November, it made it seem like it was going to be kind of like one for all. It's like a good showing, and maybe that's what the record fair portion is.
Could be.
But I can't. I can't see like charging people for some of that exclusive access of like a tour. Wouldn't you want to promote that as like part of the experience that like everybody's going to see what we do and like grow your brand? It just seems a little bit too exclusive for me.
Well, here's the good news. University of Vinyl, the professor Tim is right. Free entry to purchase from the Vinyl Vault. Jose, if you're out there, I know you like to watch the replays. Jose, consider this voyage worth the time. I mean, you get to literally walk into the Vinyl Vault, free entry.
I think they should rebrand as like the center of the audiophile universe, and I don't mean that in jest. I really think that because this is like appealing to, and I will say this: the musical acts he has are pretty cool, actually.
Sure, yeah.
Taj Mahal, Bernard Allison, like Luther Allison, like that's pretty sweet, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's value there. Like if this is your scene, no doubt. And you know, again, if you're going to wait, here's the real kicker. And Jason, what do you think about this? So far, the notable guests include Daryl Wilson. I'm sorry, Daryl, I'm not familiar. Merck
Wilson and audio. Wilson speakers.
Got it. Mercura Diaz. Sorry, I butchered your name, sir. You look really tough, so I don't want to get beat up. And then Papa Lasagna himself, the Mike Man. Michael Fremer. It's hard to believe Michael Fremer is going to be at this. I'm surprised. Like he never goes to stuff like this.
I'm disappointed because I felt like we were all going to go to this if the price was right. I felt like we were all going to go in like unison and like.
Let's meet at the Vinyl Vault. Let's meet at the Vinyl Summit. Steve Carlson. I know you, Steve. I know you're watching. I even mentioned to him, hey, why don't you come? I think Mazzy's got. This would be a great opportunity to just meet up. I wasn't even going to go to WFMU because of this. I can only do one fall travel, and tough. It's tough.
We would take all three of those notable guests and do a hearing test live.
Well, I knew we were in trouble when it said sponsored by Wilson Speakers. I was like, dude, might as well just put Jaguar and Gucci.
Mercedes-Benz, Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
The Wolfman's on fire tonight. He says Michael Esposito, a friend of the show, will be there charging $8 for hot tub record cleaning. Hot tub record cleaning. I didn't know they had a hot tub at the Super 8. I don't know.
I'm sad I'm poor.
Wow.
I'm sad I'm poor and can't go.
Well, guys, I mean, listen, there's still time. Maybe we can rub our nickels together. We can sell some records.
Jeez.
Let's do a record first to fundraise for the.
Well, can you imagine going there selling records and you bring originals?
Oh,
my gosh.
They'd stone you. They'd tie us up. They'd burn us at the stake. We're heretics. We'd be heretics.
Chance, let's make a video filming you and I individually pitching the $4,200 package to our wives and see how that goes.
I don't want to sleep on the couch, Chris. I like my select comfort bed, and it's lovely. It's lovely. This is actually now Herc. I don't know if this is true or not. He said Herc says the hot tub is being used for gumbo. I'm not exactly sure if that's accurate. We'll have to have a home office look into that, but. It could be. Chuck T says, I want to meet everyone. I'm cashing in my 401k tomorrow. Okay. Chuck, that's the spirit. I like what you're doing there. Sell a kidney. Richard's Vinyl Tap House. Sell a kidney. Fuck. Sell both kidneys. Why not?
I'm sad. Guys. I'm sad.
Well, here's the good news. Oak's got it right. A lasagna shootout. A sturdy block version with soft or creamy. Which one is best? Saturday, 9 p.m. Book it. Attaboy. I like what you do. Oh, Stunty, we're not sure about this. Is Cash Patel attending? Not sure. Maybe, they said there would be more people. There'd be more guests announced.
Is it open bar?
Right.
My bad.
There was nothing about free drink tickets on that.
Free drank tickets. Anyway, well, listen, hey, more power to them. Wish them the best. Again, certain clientele. We'll see what happens. I'm sure there will be some VC dignitaries that'll be there. David Bianco, who's a regular on our show, I'm sure he's going to go. He can tell us how it is, that sort of thing. But I hope he can take pictures from the Vinyl Vault, kind of like when Geraldo found Al Capone's tomb. He'd use like a side camera and just get a couple pictures of Vinyl Vault. That's all I need.
How many records is $4,200? I mean, that's like.
How many Beach Boys Pet Sounds is that? That's 4,200 by 100. I mean, that's 420, right? I mean, that's sell them out. There's only limited availability, Chris. Air quotes, limited availability on that one. But hey, damn. This is a good question, Henry. Is Mazzy going? I don't know. I know originally the talk was. I know the boys, Kimbo, Joey Callio. I think if he wasn't touring, like they were going to make a go of it. They were asking me about what airport to fly into and that sort of thing, but. I don't know. That was before them ticket prices came out, Daddy. So I don't know.
I was in. If we were all in, I was in. I was committed since we heard about it. But
I think again, Chris is right. The spirit, I'm all about, like a communal thing where you can just geek out, talk records. I'm sure the facilities are cool, and I think flexing and showing off what he's built there. I'm all about that life, but holy smokes, I mean, it's a different clientele. So, is this true? Tim University of Vinyl says Michael 45 is coming in on the left side. I don't think Michael likes to fly. I don't know. They may have to do like a cargo ship and then like a railroad car. I'm not sure how that's going to go. But anyway, all right. Well, guys, big doings and current events. But let's talk to the topic du jour. You know what that means? The topic of the day. It's like the soup du jour, soup of the day. We're teaching people. So this is probably a hot topic, and I've got perhaps the two biggest CD aficionados in our little orbit here. Because if you remember, listen, Chris's claim to fame was, I think he was the first one to say CDs are back. And then I think someone else added CDs are back, comma, baby. CDs are back, comma, baby. So we're not really going to get into CDs per se, but I think I told the story a couple weeks ago about buying that Ice Cube Death Certificate record. And I was really looking forward to it. 90s vinyl. This is kind of where the spirit of this is going. And then I put it on and it was like a wet fart. It was, it just didn't sound good. Hard record to find, an original, not beat the shit from, years of DJ use. And it was just underwhelming. And a lot of 90s vinyl, in fairness, is like that. But Jason's done a nice job, not only on this show, but on his channel, talking about this. I know, other people have probably mentioned this in passing. Robert Fitton, I think, talked about it because of his DJ days. But a lot of that 90s stuff, not really mastered for vinyl. So it kind of makes sense. So maybe we'll start there. We'll start at the ground floor. Chris, I'll start with you on this one. Why vinyl isn't always the best option? What does that mean to you? And I mean this in a way of, I'm sure you've bought records with some expectations of audio goodness. You see the hype sticker AAA and it's got all the bells and whistles, and then you put it on your turntable and it's a sad factory. So how do you feel when that happens? And then is there a turn thing in your mind that then you want to chase down? Well, what is the best sounding? Is it a CD? Is it a cassette? Where do you go from there?
I just want to show my credentials before I give my explanation.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's important. We have two of the three of us are seasoned audiophiles. This is true. So thank you. So Chris, yes, please lean into your answer, letting everyone know you're a seasoned audiophile. I like what you did there.
Well, sometimes vinyl just sounds like shit and you have to live with it. I mean, it's that simple for me.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, especially with, I think, 90s stuff, and I think part of it is bias. I grew up on a certain sound, and to me, I'm used to that sound. But owning the record like that Ice Cube Death Certificate you're talking about, it's like you get all hyped up, you find it, it's expensive, it's rare, it's difficult to find, it's a notch on the belt, and then you put it on, you're like, this isn't how I remember it sounding. And so it's like a defeatist mentality at that point. It's also why I invested in a streamer a couple of years ago, because I'm like, there's just some stuff I'm not going to buy a vinyl. There's no point to it because it's just not going to appeal to me the way it should. So I think that's why CDs are back to it. And there's, outside of the sound thing, there's an expense thing behind it. So
this is a good line. What do you think about this line? Chasing Records. This is a line. My favorite is that it sounds good for its age. When you hear this line, does it make you shudder in the lower extremity region? Like, I mean, because this is one making the rounds, right? It's like one of those buzz phrases of, well, it sounds pretty good for its age.
What does that mean? Like, what does Chase mean?
Well, I think, and Chase, correct me if I'm wrong, in terms of if you get a record, you get a piece of vinyl, and for it being 50, 70 years old, it sounds good for its age, meaning, because it's aged, right? It's not necessarily, like top tier. They didn't have the top equipment. It was maybe recorded in a coal mine, like who knows? But you hear this one making the rounds. Well, it sounds good for its age, especially have you seen listings? I see this a lot in listings for records for sale. and they'll say, it's a VG plus for its age. Like this
For its age, yeah. So it's a G. It's just say it's a G. Like we know what we're getting into.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's no sliding. There is no sliding scale. This isn't. There's no. I don't know too much about the technical aspect of it, so I would defer to Jason or somebody else. But if it wasn't intended to be pressed on vinyl, it was intended to be mastered for CD, and you picked up that mastering and just plopped it on a record, it's not going to sound the way it should. That's why I think there should be like a big call for remastering for the 90s stuff or the 2000s stuff. I don't know.
Listen, we have the right guy on the dais for this, Chris, because his latest pursuit, this is what we call a cheap plug for the Jason Rojas YouTube channel, Extravaganza. He was doing shootouts of records. He was comparing them. And now he's thrown these compact discs into the equation. He did the Nirvana Nevermind one recently. Jason, I'm sure there's some other ones coming. As the leader of the CD revolution, Jason, what importance is it to dispel this myth that vinyl is always better? Because that's been the mantra in the last 8 years or so. Is it always sounds it sounds warmer, it sounds more like this. Like there's all this kind of jargon, but yet I think it comes down to how it was originally conceived, how it was recorded, where it was recorded, the tools they used, who did it, like it's the recipe, right? We're talking about the intent, the artist intent. All of the potpourri, all the gumbo recipes. So Jason, now that you're getting CDs into the sound comparison realm, how do you dispel this myth that generally vinyl always sounds better? It's not true.
Let's look at this CD. It's very flat. I have a near mint CD. Okay. Unfortunately, my CD cover here, it's got some damage. So we'll call this VG plus plus. I mean, okay. We're gonna throw this in the humdinger, the whole thing, and hopefully it'll become like VG plus 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 plus. Okay.
Ooh. I didn't know the humdinger cleaned the jackets and the material. Now that humdinger is a dynamic tool. Love it.
I'll be selling this at the Vinyl Summit for $2,000. Okay.
Whoa, 2000. Hank Williams Live in the Coal Mine is one of my favorites. I like that one too. That's a great recording, especially you get the bonus tracks. The bonus tracks are excellent.
Well, I think whatever like you say about CDs being brittle, I mean, they probably were like the 80s CDs, like the way they sounded too thin. But I'm pretty sure by like late 80s and by the 90s, like they perfected the mastering. But you need to consider that like you're compressing the music on this, right? Mm-hmm. But you're also doing some compressing on a vinyl record, right? So
space is the place. Right? Like there wasn't a lot of 2 CD releases until maybe the 90s, right? Like you're exactly right. Think about those early CDs, early 80s. I remember my folks got that first CD player and they got that Luciano Pavarotti. They're like, oh, the person who sold them the stereo at Best Buy was like, this is what you need. And I was like, really? Luciano Pavarotti, Oh Holy Night? Okay, let's put it on. Oh, it sounded cool. But yeah, the CD, the material was brittle. They hadn't perfected not only the engineering piece behind it, but also the actual material composition. Because you hear so much, particularly of cheap burning, like cheap production in terms of manufacturing, not just in CDs, DVDs is getting this now as well. A lot of that material is lost because it just ages out just because the material is so crappy and they kept cheapening the process. Oh, hell, we can get 1,000 blanks for $10. They didn't really care if they would last 5, 10, 20 years, that sort of thing. But here we are. Sorry. Soapbox.
But like the CDs, like the CD box sets, like this one in particular, like it had so many like tracks, right? I think this is like what, a 4 or 5 CD box set.
Sure.
The booklet is insane. Like, do you really want to get into this? Like this thing is get dorky, get dorky quick.
Jason, I think our friend from overseas is calling you out. He says, Stunty says, compression on a vinyl record? ? You guys are mixing up 2 different things. The compressed data on a CD and the uncompressed process of cutting a lacquer. Jason, how do you respond to this?
That's not true. It's not true. He should know better. Don't say things like that are... You know that they compress music, right, on these remasters, right?
Wait,
Like
wait.
they're
You're
using
saying when there's 12 songs on one side of a record, they don't compress. They have to. They have to. How else are you going to fit all that data? Let's just call it what it is. It's data on one side of that physical object. Fact. Fact.
I mean, these are the things which you use in like mastering. You're using EQ and compression. Like, this is, I don't know. It's not a mystery. Maybe
Michael,
it is for some folks.
Michael Tedders, this is a good question. If you're going for CD, why not just stream it? They're both digital.
This is true.
Michael, you're making too much sense. Too much sense. Also, Michael has a great head of hair. I don't know if you've ever seen Michael, but Michael has a majestic mane. So trust the people that have the great hair. That's how it works. And as he says, some vinyl masters are unfortunately compressed. There you go. See, you know what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about. 80. Peter says 80 minutes of bliss. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Because that was one of the big selling points when CDs came online. Look at all the music. You don't have to get up and turn it over. You just throw it in. Especially if you have like 100 discs changer, stuff like that. Wow, unbelievable. Well, let's talk not just about CDs, but like cassettes, right? Like some cassettes legitimately sound better, right? Am I wrong? Bueller? 8-tracks. I know those people are dying off. I hate to say it, but the 8-track contingent. I mean. Some sound better than vinyl.
Is it possible that CDs do sound better in some instances, and then we're using that reasoning as justification because records have gotten too expensive? In other words, people are saying like, "Oh, instead of buying the $40, or $50 record, I'm buying a $2 CD."
Chris, that almost sounds like the music is the most important part. Is that I don't know.
Well, listen, stupid.
Are you on the right show for that, Chris? Because I don't know.
Mazzy's gonna sue me. This is like the third week in a row. He's coming. Mazzy, I got nothing to give you, so
I'm sorry. Hang on, Chris. Home office cease and desist letter is incoming inbox.
It's just like, so I think in general records do I don't know if they sound better. They sound different to me, and that difference is better. But like I think people are like. Just I don't know if it's like a shame thing, like that they have to admit that CDs sound better and it's difficult for them to do it, but it's really not a debate. Like some of them just do. I don't. Jason's kind of put it out there for people.
I'll keep on making like if people want me to do like streaming versus CD, streaming versus the vinyl, we can go there. Like if you really want to go there, and I don't care about like embarrassing myself, like whatever. Like I'm hoping that these comparison videos are educational and at least like entertaining,
Chuck T is speaking for a lot of our listeners and viewers. The VC is slowly selling their soul out to the newfound CD religion. That's true. It started with these guys. I gotta be honest. These guys were they were banging the gong on the CD revolution, and here we are.
Can you put Mazzy's comment up?
Mazzy had a couple. I'm not exactly sure.
The last one.
The last one. Hang on.
A digital recording mastered for vinyl can sound better.
Yeah,
I wholeheartedly agree with this because there's a ton of modern stuff that is obviously mastered and recorded digitally and put on record, and it sounds way better than it streams, or it just sounds different. I keep on saying better, it's just different. But also everybody's equipment plays into this too. If you have some shitty CD player with some shitty DAC, I don't know how much of a lift you're going to get on some of that stuff.
Well, KRWD says, have you guys forgotten FLAC and DSD? It was a challenge to anyone to tell the difference between vinyl.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Not wrong.
I think there is a distinct thing though. Like if you stream high quality lossless files, like I think there's a distinct characteristic about the low end versus a vinyl that you can easily pick up if you do an AB. Some of the separation is a little bit more extreme too, I find, but it's still really good. Like high quality digital is still really, really good.
Hey, Rockin' Ronnie is here. Ron Boudreaux. Yeah, here we go. Ron Boudreaux is here. I haven't done a comparison in years, but when I did back in the late 80s, there was just more music, period, on the record. Fair. You were there, Ron. You were there. What about other formats? Remember, what about the Zune? I know that was digital, but anyone had a Zune? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. The Zune is not an audio file.
Zune, the Pono, all these things.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I mean, just in our lifetimes, where the sound has traveled, right? Like, because I think we all were kind of born, vinyl was the preeminent format, 8-tracks, cassettes, CDs, MP3s, digital, streaming, comes back around. Like, I think it's been probably more than any other period of music consumption in our lifetimes, those formats have been all over the place. Now, what sounds the best? Again, the recipe varies, but it's not always AAA. It's not always from the original tapes. Like, we've talked about this before on the show. Like, there is a lot more to, because I think there's a lot of conditioning going on, if I'm just being honest, particularly with the youths who are new to vinyl, air quotes, new to vinyl, because they're almost being spoon-fed that, well, it's on vinyl, it's got to sound better, it's warmer. All that stuff we talked about on the show. And I think they're doing a disservice to the young people, because they're not really taking them off of the streaming platform, especially like Chris said, the price for a new record is very youth prohibitive. I think if I had $40 and I'm in my 20s, unless it's somebody I'm really interested in, like we talked about this before, talk about trying to find new artists. Vinyl isn't the play for you. It just really not.
It's too expensive to do that exploratory tactic. It's just too much.
Mini discs, yes, mini discs has made an appearance. I do remember mini discs. I do remember it. And yeah, and iPods. Like, here's the thing. So I think we may have covered this once or twice, but the old iPods, if you try to get one now, like Felipe, Jazzbomb Felipe, shout out to him. He actually rebuilt one for me. These are coming back in vogue because it's a way to do more intentional listening, more focused listening, not force fed, not the bot driven thing. It's kind of cute.
But on that comment that Al put up, right? That you put up, that Al said,
yeah,
if you're forcing it through Bluetooth, then like what's the point? Because Bluetooth just sounds like shit. It just does. So if you're gonna do that exercise, let's like for convenience, that I'm totally with. I do it too for convenience, but if you're gonna have this intentional listening off the iPod, it's got to be auxiliary into your gear.
Sure. Jason, how do you feel about this comment? Chasing Record says Jason's on the fast track to a reel-to-reel collection. CDs are too cheap for our current habits. Good point.
So it's true. I actually own a good reel-to-reel. I just don't use it because it's cumbersome. Like if I get into that game and now I'm comparing, tape to vinyl, tape to CD. You know what? I went down this bad rabbit hole. Sell everything, buy a DAT, get away. Retirement from the VC. Can you imagine? I'm done. Finished.
Are you sure you're not on the reel-to-reel because you can't get Bush's 16 Stone on tape? Is that really
Never know, right?
Hey, dreams do come true, and if Gavin Rossdale's management is out there, we are on a desperate hunt for a reel-to-reel of 16 Stone or Razor Blade Suitcase. I know that's Cesar's favorite. Razor Blade Suitcase making an appearance, but hey, what do we know? Chuck T says the iPhone with headphones is all the rage. It is. Just look out there. What other criteria do you think? Let's just take it agnostic. What do you think is the ideal recipe for like an optimal sounding output on a physical format? The physical format doesn't necessarily make or break it, but it's got to be point of origin in terms of how the music was originally recorded, right? I'm just going to say these things and jump in. It's got to be how it was transferred, either digitally or through a lacquer and through that process. It was how it's manufactured, materials used, either, and no, don't fall for the 180 gram hype train, but like using the right material or good CD quality, good blanks, or good recording stuff or like the digital outputs. That's generally, I'm just saying at very high level, that's generally a recipe for a good output. Am I missing things? Tell me if I'm missing things, guys.
On paper, it's good, right?
On paper, right?
Nailed it.
Go ahead. You go.
No, you go ahead. No.
I'm just saying, whatever MoFi has said, on paper, it's legit, right? Like you're sampling from a tape, right? At a high sampling rate, You're hoping that it will capture everything. Sure, But I think everything after it, cutting from the digital to a lacquer, that's a decision that their MoFi engineers have made, right? So they've now sort of changed what was on that tape, like to, the lacquer. They've changed something, made it their cut of that album, right?
I'm going to throw a curveball into this. What about, going back to the vinyl piece of this, what about somebody like Tom Port, Hot Stamper Man?
Oh, shit.
All the
Uh-oh, we've been compromised.
Uh-oh, Chad heard us, and now he wants revenge.
He's put us to the same server as his website for the stream,
no.
and we're in trouble.
Jeez. Okay.
Well,
I guess I'll be selling bootleg tickets for the Vinyl Summit. We'll start the bidding at $25. Trade for Bush CDs.
I just think it's just a preference thing, and it's a different listening experience. Like if I plug analog headphones into my iPhone or iPad and stream off Tidal, high quality, it sounds pretty freaking good. If I throw in my wireless Sennheisers, it still sounds pretty good, but not as good as the Direct Connect. So on the digital front, that's like the biggest difference I see. But also, like, I think it comes down to like care. Like if you think about it, they're manufacturing millions of CDs in the 90s and pressing what, tens of thousands of vinyl of that same record, if that. Like they're just not going to put the same effort into it. They're not going to invest in the package that's going out at the time.
Yes. So again, at that time, the formatting was different, right? And I think we came to conclusion of that, like in the 90s, the CD was the king, vinyl was an afterthought, right? And then by the 2000s, it was still going, but now you had streaming in the mix, right? So people can say that like the streaming didn't sound good. It probably didn't because it was compressed as all hell, Then it got better, of course, through time, right? If you look at the history, like people getting into FLAC or lossless, right?
Yeah. I mean, even Spotify and Apple Music have come out in the past 2 years and changed the quality of their streaming, right? That's their claim, is that now we're off the old format. Are you okay, Chance?
I'm back. If you don't think the conspiracy theorists are out there, as soon as I mentioned Tom Port, look what happened. They literally cut my fibers. I had to go out and get that Google Fiber, pull it up from the streets.
Can you imagine? Like I sell a bunch of records, buy the deluxe package, the Vinyl Summit, and my guest is Tom Port. Like I bet you people would freak out. Like
Scandal. Well, listen, the topic's getting too hot if it burns my internet fibers. Tom Port, sorry, Tom, please. We're just trying to run a conversation. So Tom, don't let my internet stay, please. Whatever you do. Well, guys, I'm sure you held down the fort in the 2 minutes I was gone. Was there anything else revelatory that came up on this topic?
Well, it's just like any new technology, right? It kind of sucks when it starts, but then it gets better throughout time, right?
Of course.
So like whatever is streaming now, like we're hoping that it sounds better. Of course it does. Like if you invest in like, FLAC or lossless, then yeah, like it would be better, right?
So Chance, are you going to sell that Ice Cube record?
I don't know. That's a good question. This
like,
is great. I like what you're doing. We're going to close on this. This is good. Yeah, because I didn't expect it to like have great bass. I just expected it to be solid, right? Knowing that 90s mastering and 90s output on vinyl, hit or miss, right?
And hip hop.
Yeah, and hip hop in particular. Yeah, great call. I think, quite honestly, I may be inclined to try a CD just for my own curiosity.
You'll be able to do it when you're here in Austin. You can just come over.
Oh, you have one? Good. See,
and we'll listen to it.
So in that case, then I'll know. I'll take the Pepsi challenge, and then I'll know. Now, at that point, if I would keep the record, let's just hypothetical this. If the CD sounds better, do I still keep the record? The answer is probably yes. But then am I collecting it because I'm an Ice Cube fan, or am I collecting because it's an artifact? Am I collecting it? I mean, but then it's a different train of thought, right? So we'll see. But yes, I wouldn't say highly. I was just moderately disappointed because that's a hard record to find. Death Certificate is not an easy one. Those early Ice Cube ones, especially lynch mob stuff on priority. Not easy, but it is what it is. What it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like, I listen to a lot of hip hop or a lot of old hip hop, but I don't own a lot of hip hop on vinyl because I just don't need it. I don't think it sounds good, and it's just a different listening experience for me. I'm not as dialed in. I'm just putting it on for fun and just feel good. So I don't really want to sit down on my couch and focus on it. And
Cesar says I can't sell it. He says no, you're not. Again, Cesar is the executive producer of Surface Noise, so I do not want to run afoul of Cesar. But he says you are not going to sell the Ice Cube record. It's for the collection. It's a cool cover, a keeper. Hey, don't disagree. Don't disagree. I do want to shout out. We have a younger person in the audience. This is Henry Jimenez. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Henry says, "Hi guys, I'm 24. All I can say about this topic is I have heard great and terrible sound from both vinyl and CD. It all depends on the mastering." Spot on assessment, sir. You are exactly right. And this is part of the chase in a lot of ways, right? Like I hate to borrow our little podcast show, Chasing Better Sound, that Bianco and Vinyl Latte Louie do, but it's true. Because especially if it's something you really connect with for whatever reason. It's such a wet fart when you buy something you've been hunting or excited about, and then you put it on and it sounds like it was recorded literally under a pillow somewhere, and sucks.
So Henry, thank you for joining us. Just remember, like, you trust your ears. You don't even have to trust me or any of these audiophile gatekeepers. You trust what you like,
It's like going out to eat. We started the show talking about burgers. Let's close on this for the podcast proper. I have an old line, and this doesn't sound really bad, but I don't trust a lot of skinny people when it comes to food recommendations. You know why? What? This is true. No, I'm saying like real skinny. I'm talking like MGK skinny, like those cats. like they need to eat something, right? But by and large, you got to test people with the meat on their bones. They usually know what's up. They usually know what's up. Same thing. If people with big record collections or music collections, for the most part, they have some insights that you can glean that can hopefully steer you in a decent direction. Anyway, Jason, did you take a bio break? Where did you go? Jason has left us.
I just want to say that for the next CD comparisons, I just want to show them real quick. I'll be doing Portishead, Dummy, like classic. Yeah. We're going to do the ultimate here. Radiohead, OK Computer.
Oh boy.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
We'll do it. And then for Arnaldo, to make him pay.
Ooh.
We're going to do
it. Suck it, Arnaldo. The Smiths. Come on.
We'll do it.
Come on.
I hear the Smith CDs sound amazing.
Gotta find out. Jason Rojas program coming at you soon.
So all right, shout out to my buddy Jeremy for letting me borrow these CDs. I will not scratch them.
Promise. Pinky promise.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, let's close podcast proper with that. Solid conversation. I know we didn't upset too many people. I think Stunty is going to send us some. He's going to send a carrier pigeon over and with some poisons to poison us. But other than that, good presentation. I want to thank my guests for podcast proper, Jason Rojas, the barbecue king of Texas. Jason, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me back on, Concert Buddy. Woo!
Mr. CD himself, and then his tag team partner in the CD Brotherhood is the one, the only, the Groove Seeker. Chris, what happened to the channel? You haven't been making videos anymore. Are you retired from the video game? Was it just like a Halley's Comet situation, only every 86 years or something like?
No, I'm due for a couple of Warped reports, but I'm debating doing like an hour and a half or doing like 3 30-minute ones because it's going to be long. I also have a couple other video topics brewing, but it's been a busy, chaotic past couple of months.
Dude, ain't that the truth? Well, you can find the Groove Seeker here about every week, and BC Social Club, cheap plug, Mondays, 8:30, 8:15, somewhere in that vicinity, Central Time on the Jason Rojas channel. But that's all we got for podcast proper, and bonus tracks coming at you. Let's go. So this part of the program has been called many things by many people. Some better than us, some not so better than us. And so since we're going to go on this like little 2-week hiatus, I thought it'd be fun to just have a couple free floating topics. And I hope that the chat, not only can the chat hit that like button or that dislike button to boost this video or this live stream or what have you, podcast, if you're listening to it, I see what you're doing. But we're going to have some fun with this one, hopefully. We'll see what happens, especially because I'm just really happy to have somebody under 30. Henry, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for the stream. Great topic. Henry, stick around. I hope you're still here. I hope you didn't leave because, you know, that's a little folly. They think the show is over, but really this is us stretching 2 hours into basically two. It's like side A and side B, if you think about it in that kind of way. But yes, hiring district freestyle, a true freestyle, Tom. And we're doing it for you. Everything I do it for you. Shout out to Brian Adams. All right, so the parameters of this are very simple. And Chris said this earlier, but it got me thinking because I was looking at a listing recently on the Discogs platform. I think you're familiar with it if you're a record collector. And, you know, it got me thinking, you know, this gentleman had this record it's on my want list, and it's G+. G+. So I'm sure there's a market for this, I guess. But if you're a record collector, why on earth would you want a G+ record? Like, it probably sounds like ass. It might look like ass. The cover might be waterlogged or have cocaine burn fibers or what have you. I don't know.
That's a VG++.
Did you buy from the tomato lady?
Well, my point's still the same, guys. It's a G+. Like, who is in the market for a G+ record? I'm not. Are you guys in the market for any G+ record?
It depends.
Oh,
no, it doesn't.
This is what I like. This is what I like.
Now,
So, Jason,
I'm going to tell you a secret.
Well, I was going to say, is it Zamrock or is it something that you know is automatically going to be shitty? Okay, tell me.
No. I'll tell you the secret, right? So if you buy it from Japan and it's labeled G+, it's probably not G+.
Okay. Come on. You're talking. Okay.
Okay.
I get that.
So hang on a second. So we need a decoder ring based on country of origin is what you're saying? This is the way?
Well, it's just the grading styles, right? So they're very particular about their grading styles, right?
Of course.
And then some parts of Europe are the same way, right? Like they may consider like a bunch of paper scuffs G+, like which don't affect play, right? So, but then maybe it's a little bit loose in America, as we know, like in the US, a little bit loose in the UK, right?
This is true. Now the Kimbo's here, and this is actually a fair call out. G+ is good only if you're upgrading from an F+. F+. Fair. I mean, some of the grading, I can understand, like the low level grading, you kind of need it, but like at the end of the day, if you're especially Al brings this up, right? What was the price of the record? It was an expensive record. I don't want to like give out too much information, but let's just say it was in G+ condition, high hundreds. So especially when you're climbing, then it's just like, okay, you're chasing an artifact. Is this something you're going to display? Because you're clearly not buying it for the listening enjoyment if it's G+. Now, to Jason's point, if it's coming from Japan, different story, right? It's chronically undergraded. But I'm talking like, I don't want to give any shade, but like Philadelphia Music, who does so much volume on Discogs. Like, I think when they say G+, they really mean G+. I'm just going to throw it out there. Now, I'm not saying this record I'm talking about in particular with Philadelphia Music, but generally speaking, a G+ is a G+, mostly, right?
Unless you throw it in the Humdinger.
Well, Humdinger makes it like
VG++.
plus, like infinity.
So, I mean, it's tough. Like, if they're charging hundreds of dollars for G+, then what's the excuse? Like, why is it that way? Is it because the record is a rarity, right? And now they only have one copy on Discogs, right? So they've sort of cornered the market on that single record, right?
Then it's a cash grab. Then it's an artifact. Then it's, yes, the motivations are different. Chris,
maybe that, like some people claim that the defect and the condition is part of the charm. I think those people are mentally ill. But some people just don't care about that. Like I care. Like Jason has some pretty scratchy records. It drives me nuts, you know. And I'm like, what are you doing with this thing, man? He's like, it's an OG white label from the artist, like Secret Layer that I confiscated in a trip to, you know, overseas. And I'm like, okay. No, I'm just kidding, Jason. But yeah, like it's to me, it's like I'm just not going to play
Pablo
that.
Escobar's personal record collection. That's a different story.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess it's like if it's super rare and super old, and that's the best you can get it, and you really want it. But then at that point, I just stream it.
Well, if it's about the music, right? So yeah, so then it comes back to like, okay, I'm not saying somebody shouldn't at least try. I mean, this is like we're a capitalist society, right? Like if you can get the money, if they saw the comps and they're just shooting for the moon and hoping to hit the stars, so be it. Now new friend of the show, Tom Sabbath, is here. He says, interestingly, I just bought a G Plus OG copy. I bought it for collectability. The cover was VG, probably more like VG Plus. It's already known for not being a great sounding record and usually big bucks. But here's the gamble. So now you're talking about gambling. Right? Because if it's listed as G plus, of course, everybody hopes it's undergraded. But what happens when you get that G plus and it's really a G plus or gasp? It's fair. Or it's unlistenable. Unlistenable, right? Like, what a kick in the junk that is. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been there. Here's a case in point. I don't have it up here, but I finally got a copy of the Blackstreet record with No Diggity on it, right?
Wow, the record, the album.
Well, it's hard to find, but I've had, this is now my third copy because the first one I got was a starter copy. Beat the shit, DJ, clip corner, jackets, all the hell. Next copy I got was a little bit better. So let's say that was a G plus. Next copy was a little bit better. Let's call it low VG. Finally tracked one down that was VG plus. I feel good about myself. I didn't pay a lot. I waited, kind of. I was okay with the G plus, the upgrade copy of the VG, but I didn't break the bank either. Like I'm not, I would never pay high hundreds of dollars for a G plus of the Blackstreet record. Just saying.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing because like right now, like Blackstreet is not on like
streaming.
Everyone's not giving them attention. So then the value of that record could be reasonable, right? Yeah.
Until there's a big murder or a scandal, and
Teddy
Riley, is Teddy Riley still with it? I think
yes.
Okay.
So I mean, this is the thing. Like, I think Boot Trader, like he had his comment about the 180 for RL Led Zeppelin.
Brian, I'm coming. Brian, Brian, I said Led Zeppelin.
Keep going
now. Keep going, Brian. I'm coming for you. Hang on. Here we go. Brian from Fort Worth says, I've been looking for an RL Led Zeppelin 3. Came in. Oh, you meant Led Zeppelin 2. Came across a G plus one for 180. Oh, Brian, in a record store about a month ago. No chance. I want something I can listen to and enjoy. Good. I was worried that you just bought it just to have it because that is a compulsive part of collecting anything, right? Is like, oh, well, I haven't seen one. At least I'll have one, and it's a starter copy, or at least I'll have it. But $180.
So I mean, that's the thing where like the overhype of that record has now commanded that price for 180, but it's a G plus record. Like, it should not be 180. Like, what's going on here? Why?
Jason, is this true? Tom says a G plus in the UK is powder. Is that accurate? It's just powder at that point. Ashes, ash record.
It's probably like some stale fish and chips, but you know.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, where's Mr. Fish and Chips at, Rob? We can talk more food, Rob, if you're here, please. Anywho.
Was there ever a point in your journey where you were like fine with a poor condition record? Like you didn't care?
Depends.
Depends
it depends
on what?
2 things. Depends on personal attachment. Well, it depends on a couple things for me. Personal attachment to the music, or rarity. If it's something you just don't see, kind of what I was saying before, like at least in the value, right? Like if I'm not paying for it in a big way. So to Jason's point, like the first RL2 I bought, the Led Zeppelin, was like I call it a G plus, $80, Reckless Records. I thought $80, if it could play okay, at least then I can at least maybe I can hear or try to hear what they're saying and how raw and powerful it is. And it's true, but then you're hearing the popcorn all the time. So you can't enjoy it, but at least I could at least say, okay, I've got one. I can kind of see or can kind of hear what people are talking about. So then it's another decision. Do I really want to buck up for a better copy? I don't know. That's a personal choice for everyone, right? But yeah, I've bought one just to sample the wares in that case, right? The Blackstreet one's another one. I think I paid for that first one I got, called a starter copy. I think I might have paid $60, $50 or $60. I don't recall off the top, but 2 discs. At least I had one. I could try it. Is it any good? It's good enough, but I knew I liked that record enough, and I liked, the production on it, that I wanted a better copy. And then here we are 3 later. I'm there. But yeah, so I would say in that sense, yes, I did. Oh my God, talking about Mr. G Plus, here he is, G plus plus plus. Arnaldo, aren't you at a concert? Arnaldo is. Are you? Is it at an intermission or hang on? So it is probably local time, East Coast. What time is it, Chris?
10:37.
10:30. Oh, Tom, this is tough. He says Arnaldo left the concert early due to quarter dings on the ticket. Tom, savage takedown. The guy's not even here to defend himself. Come on.
Yikes.
Come on. See, Record Keeper 33 RPN, $80 at Reckless for that was a steal. Well, yeah, and again, that goes back into the decision tree, right? Is this good value for what it is? It's clearly not going to be, and maybe they undergraded it. You do hope you look at it. Yeah, it's got some marks on it. Yeah, maybe a feelie or two, but you do hope beyond hope because maybe sometimes it plays better than it looks. We've said that before, especially older records. Sometimes it can look like it was in the Bosnian War in the early 90s, and then it literally plays like a champion. So,
or it looks great and plays like shit.
Well, that's the
worst.
That is the worst. It looks crystal clean, a lot of sheen, and plays like Charlie Sheen. Arnaldo says the concert is over. What a show! Arnaldo, it's too bad we can't get your concert review. Are you in the car, Arnaldo? Are you in the car? What a fan! Like, this is a good teammate right here. He literally he's on the concert high, and then jumps on Surface Noise chat to let us know we're the best. We're the best. Oh, he's not at Morrissey, Leland. He's it was Baby. I'm terrible at the name. Cesar saw him, I think, in LA recently. Baby got
Bridget
flowers.
calls me baby.
Bridget calls me baby. Thank you. Good call. Tokyo Brian's here. He says, I never cared about record quality when I bought records at 19 years old. I bought at least $1,001 records, and not just random, but like Beatles, Zeppelin, Floyd, etc. Yeah, I mean, station in life and where you are in your collecting journey, I'm sure factors into a lot of that. I'm sure I bought a lot of dogs. And then when I didn't know any better, and then the same thing, like, oh, this is cool, collection builder. And then eventually you get a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more particular, and then you kind of, in the Uber. Ooh, guys, have fun tonight. There's some libations involved if you're in the Uber. I like that. I like the sound of that.
Once I moved off my Crosley, that's where I really stepped up my game.
Ooh, I see. I never had a Crosley. I never
had one either.
Okay. I'm just saying. I did have one of those when I got back into it. It was called 2010. I did have that Sony AT160 automatic, right? I was like, oh yeah, sure. I can put a couple speakers. Actually, no, I had a sound bar. I was really Spartan. I had a, entry price point Sony automatic turntable and then a sound bar. Let me tell you, that really was a showpiece.
I found my first turntable. I should take a picture of it. I found my first turntable at my parents' house a couple of weekends ago, and it was pretty decent. I think it was a Panasonic. I was like, oh, I bought this new when I was into it. It's like, cool.
When did you buy that? I'm just curious.
So it was when I remember I was at Circuit City, and I bought it the same time the Dylan SACD box set came out. So it was like that same week or day. I had friends that worked at Circuit City, so it's got to be like the early 2000s.
Okay. Chris, are you coming down with something? Are you getting a vinyl illness from all this G Plus talk? The mold of the covers of the G Plus records, are they getting to you?
I hope not, but I don't know. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I'm just making conversation. Wait, what are you wowing? What are we wowing?
Well, it's like I intend to do this like funny. That's probably more like curious, like Crosley versus the Technics turntable, and just hook them up to the mixer, and we'll compare them. We will do.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna start!
same
Wow,
record.
I like the direction
and
you're going, Jason.
It's just a curious thing because, like, you know, like I know we make jokes about it. Like, let me just find out. Like, let me just do this, right? Let me go there.
Chris, is this true? Mr. Moses says you're still sick from the Vinyl Summit pricing. Is that did it cause your immune system to kind of falter and reboot? Is that no?
I got audiophilitis.
Oh man, you got audiophilitis. I don't know what the cure is for that. That's wild. I don't know.
CD shootouts is the cure.
More CDs. More CDs. Here's a question. So one of my locals, when the weather turns, after record store day, they do some tent sales, and like $1 records. This weekend, I think it's $5 CDs. Is $5 CD tent sale? Is that a fair price? I don't know what they're going to have. I'm just painting with a broad brush.
Sure.
Okay. I might go then. I don't know.
There's no like buy more, get more off or anything. They're all just
I don't
$5.
think so. I'd have to look at, so I unfortunately, fortunately for them and fortunately for me, I guess, I shopped there enough. They gave me a little insert before they announced it. So I saw like it was coming, but I don't know if that's for me, but hey, if I'm in there, $5, I mean, it's kind of like, I'm not trying to diverge on the topic, but I've noticed going back to VHS, the VHS is kind of something I'm collecting on the side. And those prices are going up too. Like I think these goofy YouTube videos are ruining it for all of us because you used to be able to get a VHS $1, $2 all day. I saw Kendall, if you're still here, you'll appreciate this. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film at Half Price Books, maybe you've heard of them, $7. I'm sorry, $7.99, $8.
Come on, man.
VHS, come on, man. That's exactly right. What kind of horse shit is this? $8. You've seen them in them bad turtle suits. I mean, that was like peak cheese, the first Ninja Turtles movie. I mean, what are we doing? But CDs are going to go there. Like I've already seen some CDs. It used to be CDs are like $3 to $5, right? Jason's nodding his head because now trying to get $10 out of used CDs.
It ain't right.
What's happening? What's happening?
I even noticed like I used to be able to get some of those like Sony Legacy reissues or deluxe CDs, those 2 discs, which were like $30 when they came out. I used to be able to get those for like $8-10. So I've seen those at record shows now like $15-20. Like I'm like, that's 2/3 of what they were retail now. And it's not like it has anything on it that's not available to get digitally. It's all available to stream.
Well, I know everybody's trying to get a piece of that pie. Everybody's trying to get that nut. I understand that, but like a lot of these, we've seen it in vinyl. We're already kind of living with it of the price escalation. The retro video game market, something else I kind of keep an eye on. Same thing. All the flippers have. They've ruined. I wouldn't say they've ruined it, but they've really inflated the price of that kind of niche hobby. Here we are again. I feel like everyone's trying to jump hobbies in a way. Like I kind of am to an extent. I'm like, oh, cool, VHS. I'll have a nice wall of VHS. And there are some movies you can only get on VHS. So there is a purpose behind some of it. But come on, guys, $8 for Ninja Turtles. What are we doing? I mean, and even if I have a coupon, let's go Half Price Books for a second. 10% off of $8 ain't doing it for me, guys. Like stick the Ninja wrap up your ass as far as I'm concerned. That's a bunch of garbage.
You know what else is interesting about this is that the formats are finite. Like I think all the options are here now. So is there going to be I don't know if like a CD bubble bursts. I don't know if a vinyl bubble bursts because the streaming to me is like the final frontier. Like what else are you going to do on these formats? They've all been addressed.
So here's a good question. Well, that's not even a question. This is a good statement. Cesar says you wouldn't need to get any CDs if you would have kept them all in the first place.
Don't get me
started. There you go.
Don't get me started.
It's tough but fair, but he's not wrong. So, guys, have we learned from all of our purging in the past to just box it up and sit on it, and then in another 20 years, you're set. Bring it back out.
Nah, like Cesar needs to know, like when the audio files die out, like the dinosaurs, because it's gonna happen. Okay.
When's the comet is going to hit that Vinyl Summit in October 15th, and it's going to start the dying out of the audio.
You're gonna see like this mass flooding of like, Jim from Record Collector News. Shout out to Jim. Like, he's right. That stuff's gonna flood, right?
It's already happening. He said it. A record store told him. He's like, classic rock is coming in waves, big time now.
Yep.
So then,
I would
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jason.
I'm just saying it's like it's gonna flood. So then, what is a young person supposed to do? They see this stuff, like they're not into classic rock, right?
Yeah.
So people like sort of Gen X generation, right? Maybe will buy it,
Well, they'll cherry pick the good stuff, right? They'll get all the Zeppelin, they'll get all the Floyd, they'll get all the stuff that hopefully is cheaper than buying a brand new reissue for $30-$40, right?
Sure.
But then what? Then you've got, no offense, Mr. Billy Squier, then you've got a lot of Billy Squier jamming the bins. You've got a lot of Journey, America. I mean, fill in the blank of your 60s and 70s, like rock albums. And then where are we? More tent sales? Like how are stores going to liquidate that shit?
I went to two pretty reputable stores near me on Monday, and it was the first time like I came across like the Zeppelin section, and like every record was, and this store only sold used. Every record in the catalog was there, and multiple copies. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, usually you go and it's like In Through the Outdoor, some beat up copy of 4, and like maybe another. But I was like, oh my God, there's duplicates here too. And none of them were like desirable pressings, I guess. Maybe that's why. None of them were wall records, but I was like, I'm gonna see. Jump over to like the Stones section. It was massive. Like everything was in there. I found an Exile, Sticky, Hot Rock, 2 copies of Hot Rocks. I'm like, what is going on? Like, not that those are rare records, but a few years ago, you'd kind of go to the Stones placeholder, be kind of slim, or you see the same like repeat titles that no one really wants. Like
Rolling Stones, $8.
Yeah, Black and Blue, like 4 copies of Undercover for the Night, 12-inch, like still in the red cellophane. You're like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
or maybe it was Harlem Shuffle. I don't know which one, but anyway, so it's like I am seeing that some of the stuff that we desired as teenagers is now plopped,
except
in abundance.
It's 40% more than when we were.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna I just don't see like it carrying forward. Like if it's too much of a high price, you've got gatekeepers, whatever. Like then no younger generation's going to pass this on. They're not gonna care.
What about outside of like 45s and like the debut, like the Elvis sections are jam packed.
Oh yeah,
like crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, is Elvis becoming like, I don't know, it's passe, right? Like, I mean, Graceland, I mean, not to get on Elvis here, but like Graceland attendance is down for like 5 years running or more, right? Like those people are dying off, or they've already been there, done that. And so, I don't know, maybe you need 3 to 5 if you're really serious about the guy.
Yeah.
But there's way more than that. I mean, they milked that one for all it's worth.
Yeah.
Alan, this is not true. Elvis is still alive. Alan says Elvis is never coming back. No, I don't believe it. He's going to jump in front. He's going to jump in front of the media one of the day and rip off his Bill O'Reilly mask, and it's really Elvis Presley. And you're going to feel pretty bad about yourself, Alan.
Can you put Tom's comment up?
Yeah. Says, I'm Gen X and don't own any Zepp on wax. I don't dislike them, but I've heard them far too much on the radio as a kid. I can appreciate radio fatigue. I think that's a real thing. Like talking about Billy Squier, God, my mom used to play the shit out of Billy Squier, Loverboy, some of that stuff. And I was like, man, I don't want anything to do with that. But I eventually got a good copy, and I'm like, again, some warm familiarity. The music wasn't terrible, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, radio fatigue's, something that's a real thing. Chris, what are you going to say about this?
Yeah, kind of obviously a little bit younger than Tom, but I kind of I was going through my shelves this weekend. I'm like, I might just get rid of all my Zeppelin, all my Doors. Like I don't know. I don't really know if I'm ever going to put it on again.
Chris, it's time for a vinyl intervention. Just put it in a box, but put it in deep storage. Trust me.
Yeah, maybe.
Trust me, because you don't want to pay the buyback tax, because that's a real thing. Because maybe the price, to Jason's point, maybe the pricing elasticity will rubber band and come back at some point. But we thought, how many times did we do the bubble has burst 2 years ago on the show? And has it burst? Not really.
No.
So,
Speaking of Led Zeppelin, I was at my storage space and I found a copy of this that I didn't know.
Wow.
I forgot that I had, so it'll be fun to listen to this, right? This is sort of like what the post album, right?
If it wasn't for that record, would they have a perfect catalog? I think they would.
I don't know. I think they wanted to have a final say, Wow. Look how this is for Ronaldo. Look at that.
Oh no, Arnaldo's probably, he just threw his phone in disgust.
The only thing good about Coda is when they reissued it on CD and they put the B-sides on it. Like, hey, what can I do? And a couple of others. That's what made Coda good.
Oh, it's not on this copy.
Quick
No, it's
service,
definitely not. It's not on the vinyl.
Quick PSA, Dana Kimbowitz is asking if anyone has a good copy of SNES Street Fighter 2. He's looking for one. So
What the?
the vinyl community want ads. He's
We'll
just
help
trying
you
to
out.
We'll help you out. Yeah, we'll give you, and we'll include the
Show
manual.
this.
That looks pretty
Oh,
clean.
man.
Look at that.
Put
For
it-
Ronaldo.
Put it in the
manufactured-
Humdinger.
Yeah.
This will be set.
Manufactured in the UK. We'll see.
That's nice. Good for you.
So, Chance, to your original question, would you sell a G plus record?
No.
No, I would be.
Really?
I'm scared to sell a VG record.
What?
Online, no. Online, absolutely
Online,
not.
no.
At my local record show, sure. Because I could be there to then explain, like, because the pricing, like, if you get somebody there and you can interact with them and they're like, oh, snap, $40 for Led Zeppelin 2, this is great. And they could say, well, I'm going to tell you, Popcorn City, just letting you know. So then at least, I don't know, my vinyl conscience at least doesn't, plus, man, if you sell something online and then somebody gets the record, let's just hypothetical this. G plus, you communicate at the wazoo, this has a lot of noise, etc. Ship it, somebody buys it, and then they complain and want to send it back. It's like you knew what you're getting. The hassle of dealing with that, not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Nope. It's terrible. I did want to say this. So on that topic about commons, this is actually somewhere I'm kind of at. I'm kind of in the sweet spot right now because, we talked last week about the vinyl middle class. I went to my local show, or one of my local shows, St. Louis one, 2 weeks ago, and I didn't really find any top tier stuff. I think I told you guys they do it 6 times a year here. The St. Louis show, it's too much. And I even went at noon. I didn't do early bird. I just kind of popped in to say hi to some of the guys and whatever. And what I ended up buying was I bought great condition copies of very common records that are upgrades for me, right? And I know we talk about upgrades and stuff, but I think when I come to Austin, in 2 weeks, I think I might lean into that a little bit more because I say this all the time. I like to zig when other people zag, or I like to zag when other people zig. And people are going to become with the deep pockets and wanting to get all the high heat. And I'm not saying I'm allergic to that, but literally I got probably the best copy of Rumors I've ever seen. First pressing, textured cover, insert, all the things you want, $25. Felt good about that. You know what I mean? So maybe that's something that's going to keep it interesting to me is chasing top copies. I'm not going to go online and do that, but when I'm out in the wild and I can find a great copy of what else I bought. Let's see. Def Leppard Pyromania was another one I got. My copy is, when I bought it 10 years ago. It's probably VG plus, but it's got some wear on the cover, whatever. This thing is crispy. Chef's kiss, right out of the racks from Rolling Stones records in Chicago, right? It's awesome. So anyway, that's what kind of got me thinking on that topic. But to that point, I'm probably going to sell the other copies. I'll probably put them in my record show bins and recoup some of that money. But I think that's fun, man. If you can find, it's almost like time capsule. Holy shit, Rumor 77, first pressing, all the shit. And it's literally basically brand new. What if that was kind of a cool feeling, to be honest.
But did you upgrade that Rumors? Did you upgrade another first press?
Yeah.
All right. So even and by the way, I agree with what you're doing because I've been doing that here and there, not on a lot of things.
Sure.
But the point is like you still, it wasn't like you got a 1981 reissue in better condition. It was 1 for 1. Like I'm upgrading my first press. So there's still that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm finding more. It's like, oh, I have this press, but this is a reissue. And it's minty fresh and it's, $15. Like I'm going to take that now and dump the earlier, more desirable pressing in worse condition, like worse. So it's a little bit different, but I hear what you're saying.
Well, and there's different types of upgrades, right? There's condition upgrades. There's upgrades because your copy didn't have like the inserts. Like, oh, here's one. Actually, I have it here just handy. So I bought this from one of my locals, right? Street Survivors, Leonard Skinner, right? So my original copy, it's the Fire copy. It's the 77, I think it's 77. But I didn't have, what makes this neat? This is, here you go. It's time to nerd out. This is nerding out with Concert Buddy right here. So I have a decent copy, but not a great play copy. So this, Chris, you got your brown pants on?
I'm ready. I got my acoustic sounds.
Oh, look at that. The MCA inner sleeve.
Depends on.
Well, it has an MCA inner sleeve, right? But then you got the order form.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
But wait, I think I'm missing the other piece. Maybe this is my other copy. But, here it is. The actual tour advert, right?
Oh, nice.
Which they never went on because, spoiler alert, plane crash.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Plane crash. Sorry, kids. I'm sorry if you didn't know that. But, yeah. So anyway, like you read online that actually the reissue where they blackened out the cover is more collectible. Bullshit. I'll take the Fire cover with the tour insert of the tour that never happened, and that shit's cool to me. So yes, so those are the. Again, everybody collects for different reasons. It collects different things for different reasons. But that was I thought that was kind of fun, right? I'm like, I don't have what I'll call a top copy of Street Survivors, and it's got all those inserts, and $30. I'll do it. Not a big deal.
And that only happens when you touch them all. Right?
This is like, yeah. And Kimbo's right. That's fire. That is exactly right. That's fire. Funny. All right. Well, here, let's close on this one. This is a cheesy topic, admittedly, but I saw a friend of the show, Eric Neese. Remember Eric Neese from the 90s? Cesar, I think you're a big Eric Neese fans from Real World Season 1, New York. He was also a host of The Grind on MTV, the dance show. It got me thinking, guys, what the hell happened to all the dance shows?
I don't think kids dance anymore.
Well, like, let's just go back. We talk about like why everybody hates each other, and society is just like a vomit vacuum, and the news cycle is just the worst. I harken back to a simpler time when let's go back to like the 60s. You had American Bandstand, and this is dual purpose, right? Like not only like you'd see the kids dancing and having a good time and enjoying each other's company, but you'd hear music, right? It was a good vehicle for music sharing. So then you have American Bandstand, then Soul Train, right? Don Cornelius, goat. Then you had coming up 80s, 90s, Club MTV, Wubba Wubba Wubba, Downtown Julie Brown.
Oh man, the best.
Then you had The Grind, Eric Neese, right? So and even the spring break shows. I know MTV was like really capitalizing on the hot bodies and all that kind of stuff. But point being, what happened to these? Like it's easy production value. It's a good vehicle to like share and learn new music. And people like seeing young people smiling and interacting and cool dance moves. So Chris, what do you think happened to the dance program?
I've been trying to get you guys to go to a Fish show for 2 years. I mean, it happens. It's there. I mean, everybody's even I might do a little hippie shuffle every few minutes. It's just
wow. How many?
I know. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say how many interactives are required to get the groove seekers shaking it down like that? Some. Let's just say
two high grade, but maybe 3 minimum if you have a medium grade in there. Fair. But I noticed this a couple of years ago. I had to. My daughter had a school dance, and like one parent had to go.
Okay.
And the only time there was dance movement on the floor. And it was probably like a 2-hour thing. And I think I saw it happen twice when it was some kind of viral social media movement, some kind of song that was some kind of like trendy dance. And
Sure.
I think the dance is like, if my parents are still fairly young, but they grew up like they were like in their 18, 19 in the late 70s. Like there was still like dances that everybody learned or moves that everybody learned. And it's like part of the culture. I just think it's been replaced with something else. And I'm not sure what it is, but I just don't think kids dance. And I've talked to like my my teenage nieces about this. She's like, yeah, we don't really go to dances. We don't like to dance. I worked in the bar industry for 15 years. And there was, as time went on, when we actually cut the DJ on Saturday nights because like we could just play the jukebox because no one was on the dance floor. So
touch tunes, yeah,
touch tunes, exactly, right from your phone. So like I don't know, I just think it's a shift in culture for whatever reason, and kids are into other things. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on
here's
it.
a good
I sound like
point.
an old.
No, listen, we're all old. Let's just own it, right? Like we were talking about burgers earlier. So, new friend of the show, Bryce Laughlin, says TikTok. This is true. I mean, there is a lot of dancing activity, but it makes me want to retch because one, it's usually like one person or maybe two, or it's a couple, maybe three max. I don't know, doing these choreographed things. That's fine, but I'm talking about like communal, like everybody's enjoying. And remember, American Bandstand broke a lot of bands, like. If you go back and look at the annals with Dick Clark, especially in the 80s, like a lot of bands and artists got their break or their national break on American Bandstand. Like as we talk about like how you find new music and how people can break out, especially like new bands, new artists, whatever. That's one more distro that's gone. Jason, what are you gonna say?
Well, it's just not on TV anymore, right? So they've sort of moved it to YouTube, social media platforms. So that's the thing, right? If you move it back, right? It seems like TV, all that corporate stuff doesn't believe in, I don't know, fun.
Well, you made me think of something. I listened to an excellent interview with is it Jimmy Iovine? He was at Interscope. He was with Dre. So he did part 2 with Rick Rubin on Rick Rubin's podcast, and he brought up a really interesting factor. He was trying to persuade the streaming services to integrate Musically, which became TikTok eventually, and the streaming services weren't having it but Jimmy Iovine's like we're creating a vertical basically where you have the music and the interaction with the artist, and the youth dance and interaction is always an important part of that. And when the streaming services kind of took hold and that became separated, I think you lost the connection to culture. So yeah, it's like it's happening on TikTok or these other mediums, but it's not as prevalent as it was. And also I think this is going to sound kind of ironic. I think the introduction of dance music as a genre ruined the idea of dancing, because if you go back historically, like you dance to all music regardless of genre. Like people don't really dance to rock anymore from what I see. But like you dance to like the Talking Heads, you dance like especially in the 80s, right? With new wave and all that stuff. And even into the 90s, like there was some dance element to rock music. And it's somewhere that got lost. I don't even know if like maybe I don't even know. I'm not gonna go into rave culture and stuff like that, but I just don't see it as like a common thing. Maybe it'll come back.
Did it die off? So talking about like people dancing at concerts and that sort of thing. Like, so let's frame the 80s, for example. The 80s, a lot of those bands, let's just say rock music, part of their whole move, part of the reason they made music was to get girls and guys, right? And not to say that's never, that's no longer a motivation, but that type of music, which was a lot of times manufactured or crafted to bring out the guys or girls, that kind of shifted to country music, if you notice, right? Like that type of very, let's call it vanilla, very formulaic music. It went to what we call bro country. Like if you've ever been to a Luke Bryan show, like I'm not a big fan of the guy's music, but I went to a show once. I was drugged by some female friends of mine. Tip of the cap. Like that shit turned the female population out. And I'm not talking about a bunch of walrus ladies. I'm talking about like attractive, young, like gals who wanted to dance and have a good time. Right. So like, I feel like maybe part of it shifted. And then, I know country line dancing is a small thing, but like, do those places even exist? Like if young people wanted to go, like we were in college, like you could go to the club, and hang out with your friends or whatever. But like, I don't even think, do those even places exist anymore? And now I'm really sounding like an old. I don't know. I don't get out much anymore. You do your record club, you don't know what's happening in the real world.
We just used to go to the bar and people would dance, like just the pub, like it's. I don't know.
Arnaldo, come on. You're a bit. If there's a bigger Brooks and Dunn boot scooting boogie fan than Arnaldo, show him to me because I don't think there is.
So Frank's Music has a cool comment here about Frank's an East Coast guy, I think.
Yes,
so
yeah.
This makes a lot of sense.
Hang on, Frank. I'm looking for you. Where's your comment? Is it at the bottom? There it is. New wave dance clubs were the best. We danced to The Cure, Romeo Void, Talking Heads, Depeche Mode. Yeah. Agreed.
Maybe the lack of good cocaine in society is impacting the dance movements as well. I mean,
the hard stuff. Yeah, the
talk
drug,
about the two-step.
Yeah, well, that's the Tokyo two-step. Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, anyway, it's just something. Again, random thoughts. It's like Jack Handy. Is this something? I'm like, where are the dancers? What did the kids do nowadays? You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things.
Put Arnaldo's comment up. I know what we're doing at WFMU.
Oh,
doing
man.
the two-step.
No.
Oh, jeez, Arnaldo.
Hang on, Arnaldo.
Man.
Arnaldo, I have been to a gay club, believe it or not, and there wasn't dancing going on, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway.
Arnaldo, when we meet again, I'll tell you this ridiculous story, but it's not safe for this. Not for this.
It's not for public consumption.
Correct. Not for this stream.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna have to do some research with the youngs that I run into and say that y'all even dance anymore. They're gonna be like,
well, Chris, you have a younger daughter. Like, do they have middle school dances and stuff anymore?
Yeah, and the kids so. In order to entice the kids to go to the middle school dances, they have like raffles for things.
They have to bait them. Wow.
So like you get like a door prize. And I asked my daughter, and I have DJ friends who do like weddings and like have big production companies. And they're like, yeah, it's just really about playing the popular music and the kids are just social. They call it a social, actually, not a dance.
Oh, okay.
So it's,
So it's still a thing. Well, that's good. Cause that was always a good, I think everybody has to go through that awkward stage of, boys on the left, girls on the right, and Bobby and Sally in the back, making out and whatever, and then there's the pregnant girl and all that kind of stuff. But anyway,
I went to Catholic school. They had to leave room for the Holy Spirit.
Fair enough.
Wow. Jason knows.
I don't know. I mean, I grew up in the country, so like we had our first pregnant girl in 7th grade. She was held back a year. She was technically an 8th grader in age, but that was our first pregnant girl, was 7th grade.
Were your school dances like Footloose?
No.
Jeez.
No, matter of fact, you know what I tried doing? I thought I was really cool. I had some blank cassettes and I would record songs from the radio because we didn't have any money. And so that was how I would get my music that I could play back. And I can remember a couple. Snow Informer. Man, I remember that song.
Oh, yeah.
And recorded that. So I took it to the school dance because we had like maybe once a quarter. I don't say once a quarter. Let's call it every couple months. And so I brought that. And I was hoping the DJ would play it, and they kind of laughed at me. He's like, "I'm playing CDs, bro." You know what I mean? Like, it was. Anyway,
CDs were back then.
CD. I mean, yeah. I mean, I totally got punked out by the DJ when I brought my Memorex Snow Informer, where I edited out the commercials. I was real proud of myself.
But like, I know it's like if I just think about one other comment on this. I'm sorry, and we're trying to wrap up, but like, there's a vivid memory of my grandparents on my mom's side dancing to Glenn Miller's "In the Mood" at every family wedding, and the dance was the same, like on point. Like we used to like root for them to do it. And then like I think about my parents, like in that like disco era, funk era, I guess. Like I didn't know my dad could dance, but like he knew exactly what to do. Like and like my uncles and everything, they all knew the same moves, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? And I just see that completely goes away now. And then I think we were from the grinding generation, so that probably has something to do with this. It was just like,
Yeah.
how much can you dry hump without the chaperones ripping you off of one another?
I do recall middle school dances were a lot of hiding boners. There's a lot of hiding boners in middle school dances.
Next Too Close came on. That was the truest R&B song ever written, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of dry humping and boner hiding back in my day, but I'm not telling on myself there. Arnaldo, I'm going to give Arnaldo the last word because Arnaldo is on this one. He says, straight girls love going to gay clubs and bars because they can dance and have fun with guys without the risk of being hit on. That's very true. That's very true. And again, I have been to a gay club, just letting you know.
That's why I don't go to gay clubs, because I can't dance because I'm going to get hit on. And I just it's a tough letdown for the gentlemen. I'm just like, hey, guys.
I just want to have fun. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? All right, boys. Good run. For the viewers and listeners, we're going to be off for a couple weeks. We'll be back the first week of June, probably. And Jason, we may do just a little pop-up maybe from Austin. We'll see how it goes. No stress, no pressure. But appreciate everybody watching, viewing, listening. The show is nothing without our audience. We've done a nice job of finding a good mix of people. I think we've done a good job of taking out the trash. We don't get a lot of trash here anymore, so that's good. But anyway, I think that's all I got. Anything else, guys? Any words of wisdom? Jason, you just keep pimping. Jason, are you selling this on your Discogs? Does Beach Boys?
I'm going to say if the CD of This Pet Sounds beats this recent audio file, well, I guess vinyl's a cash grab. Forget it. Just done with it.
And I'm going to recommend this book. Speaking of dance, this is written by Mark Ronson. It's about hip hop clubs in the 90s, how to be a DJ. This is amazing. At least listen to the audio book. It is unbelievable, especially if you're of my generation.
Chris, I appreciate the plug. I'm not sure how many people read anymore, but I do see what you did there. Autograph copy. Way to flex and right in front of Jason's face.
It's all Barnes and Noble habit. You've been Rojas. I got Mark Ronson's autograph.
Wow. Wow. Way to punk us out. I mean, that's terrible. We're going on a hiatus and you just really punked us out with the Mark Ronson book. But anyway. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back sooner than you think. And and the VC Social Club will still be going on Mondays if you need your vinyl related content and just can't get enough of these two guys. I'm sure you've had enough of me, but we'll be back soon. And again, like and subscribe, dislike, all that matters. Appreciate the support. See you guys.